People don't want to change. They only change when they absolutely have to, when they no longer have a choice. So having awareness is not enough to make somebody want to change. There has to be enough in it for that person to go through the inconvenience of change. All relationships are based on power dynamics, and the person who has less power in the dynamic is the one who has to adjust. When the person who has less power in the hierarchy demands others to adjust to them, that comes across as entitlement and typically what leads to scapegoating. Power abuse, bullying, which is social abuse, domestic violence are all tools of subjugation. Power dynamics already exist in any social circle. And violence and trauma are used to keep the oppressed oppressed. Trauma weakens human spirit and disintegrates self-belief. That eliminates the person from competition, keeps a person oppressed as the prey at the bottom of the hierarchy, and therefore it maintains the status quo. Those who are already in power get to enjoy the power even more. As long as we live in capitalism, patriarchy, and racism, the three man-made power hierarchies that rule humanity, there's no way we can eliminate bullying. No amount of advocacy is going to make abuse and trauma go away. Power games are not going anywhere because these methods exist due to the system that we live in. So going back to this question, if somebody has a certain level of self-awareness, can you expect them to grow? If the person has a power advantage or it's working out for them, it's easier and effortless for them to be the way they are. If the world is already adjusting to them, then absolutely not. What's in it for them? Nobody wants to change. That includes the perpetrator and the victim. The victim wants the pain to go away, but they don't want to actually change. For the perpetrator, they want to keep harvesting the resource. They don't want anything to change. In fact, the only change they want is to maximize the benefits of the social dynamic. So the only changes that they'll make is to become more profitable. People who are higher up in the hierarchy already have a lot more awareness about power and privilege than the people who are at the bottom. In fact, the people at the bottom have a very limited view and understanding of power and privilege, because if they understood, then they wouldn't be in that position. There has to be a level of acceptance for them to continue to stay there, which also oppose the system. Demanding those with more power to change is actually powerlessness. And the irony is that powerless social justice warrioring actually benefit oppression. It gives those in power more power, who are already perfectly aware of the advantages they'll keep maximizing. The only solution is you learning to play better.